So same as usual, working at your own pace, making sure that nothing is bringing pain or discomfort, as in joint pain. Muscular discomfort, entirely up to you. If you feel that you can keep going, keep it going. If you need the rest, to take that rest. And then the usual props, so I'm just going to get the wrong one. I'm going to get the ball or the pillow, and then a band or a belt, whichever one I've got, for assistance or a little bit of a resistance if we need to do so. So choosing your comfortable starting position. If I'm happy seated, I'm going to try and sit up a little bit taller. Same as usual, trying to encourage a space at the front of the abdomen, making sure that I'm not squashing everything down, preventing the diaphragm from ascending and descending, so forcing my intercostal muscles, the chest muscles to do the breathing instead. So see if I can try and lift myself up a little bit higher, encouraging the diaphragm to move freely inside the ribcage. If I'm laying down, I'm just going to use the mat to help me realign the spine. I'm just going to let the mat support the spine, support the body. Once that I feel that I'm in a comfortable position, I'm just going to do the usual scan over the body. So how do I feel? Is there tension anywhere? I don't know, maybe a little bit of a ache or stiffness. I feel a bit wonky, I feel a bit rotated, I can feel more pressure on the right, on the left side of the body. I'm not changing anything, just noticing where the body is and how it feels at the moment. And then focusing on that nice relaxing breath, and feeling the belly raising with the inhalation, falling with the exhalation. So see if I can allow the breath to help the body to relax. As I feel the body feels a little bit looser, a little bit more settled, then I'm going to start focusing on the neck first. I'm just going to start turning the head on top of the shoulders, as if I was trying to look behind the right shoulder, then coming back and then turning to look behind the left. So testing the range to begin with. So notice I can turn easy on the right, it feels stiffer on the left, or vice versa. I feel that maybe when I turn one way, my shoulder hitch up slightly, so I'm shrugging, I'm stiffening through the neck a lot. I might find that the shoulder seems to be going back as well as the head. See if I can think of just the head turning from side to side. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to turn to look over the right shoulder and then holding it there with, I don't know, 2 fingers or the fingertips of your right hand. I'm just going to encourage the chin, encourage the head to rotate a little bit deeper. And then holding the position, every time that I breathe out, I'm going to try and push the left shoulder back a little bit more. So retracting the left shoulder, see if I can encourage a nice stretch down the side of the neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Easing back, returning the head back to the middle. I'm going to rotate to the left. So I'm going to turn to look over the left shoulder. With the left arm, I'm just going to apply a gentle pressure to the side of the face, to the chin, to the cheek. To turn a little bit further, and then retracting the right shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and easing your way back to the center. And I'm just going to try and turn the head again, gently side to side, noticing if there has been any change, maybe a little bit easier, a little bit looser. And then bringing the head back to the middle. This time I'm going to try and go into a little lateral flexion. So I'm going to try and tip the head, as I was trying to bring the right ear down to the right shoulder. And then the left ear to the left shoulder. So feeling a clear stretch that goes from the base of the ear down the side of the neck to the top of the shoulder. Again, making sure that there is no pain. Refer down into the arms so there is no tingling into the fingertips. So I'm not compressing any nerve as the head is moving. And then try to look at a point in front of you, so you can keep staring at that point as the head moves side to side. So if I'm seated, making sure that my head doesn't drop down, so I'm not suddenly looking at the floor, I'm still looking straight ahead. If I'm lying down, the back of the head is always touching the mat, so that's going to give me a little bit of a direction, a little bit of a guideline where the head is. Then on the next one, as the right ear drops to the right shoulder, I'm going to hold the head there. And then depressing the left shoulder. So I'm going to try and press the left shoulder down. See if I can encourage a little bit more traction down the left side of the neck. Holding it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Easing back to center. I'm going to drop the left ear to the left shoulder, and then I'm going to depress the right shoulder. I'm going to try and press it down and away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing back. Returning the head back to the middle. I'm going to retest that rotation that I did at the beginning. Again, see if anything has changed. Hopefully a little bit looser, a little bit easier. And then coming back to the middle, I'm going to go into a little skull rocker. So if you're lying down, see if you can keep the back of the head on the floor at all time. If I'm seated up, imagine the back of your head to be resting against the wall. I'm going to push the chin into the back of the throat. So I'm going to give myself a double chin. See if I can try and lengthen the back of the neck. So I'm trying to flatten the cervical curve. And then I'm going to let the head go back into its neutral alignment, allowing the neck to return back into neutral. So I'm going to press the chin into the back of the throat. And then I'm going to come back. If I'm laying down using the mat as again reference point, as I press the chin into the back of the throat, imagine to be able to get the back of your neck flat against the mat. And then I'm going to return back into neutral. So I'm going to try and lengthen and back. 3, 2, last one. And releasing back. We're returning the head back to the middle, adjusting the position of the head. I'm going to retest that rotation. Again, noticing if there is any difference as I turn left and right. And then bring the head back to a centered position. I'm going to start focusing on the shoulder and the arms. I'm going to start with a little side pull. So if I'm lying down, I'm just going to reach the arms down the side and along the mat. I'm going to let the arms hover above the mat, so I'm not resting them onto the mat. And then without leaving the head or the back, I'm just trying to pull down with the right arm as far as I can. Then come back, pull down with the left as far as I can, and then back. If I'm seated, exactly the same. I'm not flexing the spine, so I'm not dropping the shoulder, I'm not dropping to one side. I'm just trying to lengthen and reach down on one side, come back, and then reach down on the other. So imagine somebody giving you something really heavy to hold. I'm going to hold that bag, and that bag is gently pulling the shoulder and the arm down. Then releasing, and then I'm going to try and pull the other way. So the chest is lifted, the head is lifted. Same as before, I'm still looking straight forward, straight ahead. Just the arm is reaching down the side, releasing back, reaching down the side, and releasing back. So see if you can Focus on the elbow joint as well. Can I try and extend it through the elbow joint? So can I lock the arm as straight as possible, as straight as I can? Reaching into the fingertips, reaching into the hand. 4, 3, 2, 1. And releasing back. We're giving the shoulders a little bit of a roll. I'm going to change the direction of the pull. I'm going to go front to back. I'm going to raise the, the right arm up to the front. And then what I want is to push the back of the shoulder into the wall behind or into the floor behind. And then I'm going to try and reach it as far forward as I can. So imagine with the back of the shoulder to be touching the back of the room, and then with the fingertips to try and reach to the front. The same as you need for the side reach, making sure that I'm not turning the body, I'm just trying to move the shoulder girdle. So think of the movement coming from your shoulder blade, gliding along the back of the rib cage, forward and back, forward and back. So if I'm laying down, I'm a little bit limited in terms of backwards movement, but I can still push the shoulder into the mat before I try to pull it away. I can still push it into the mat before I pull it away. And then as I keep the movement going, again, so you can focus on the arm. Can I keep the elbow locked as the arm is moving forward and back? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing the arm down, relaxing the shoulder. I'm going to try with the left side with the other arm. So I'm going to reach the arm straight ahead. I'm going to retract the shoulder, pressing the shoulder into that back wall, pressing the shoulder into the floor. And then I'm going to reach it away. Press it back, and then pull it forward. Press it back, and then pull it forward. So same as I did on the other side, see if I can get the movement that gliding into the shoulder blade. The movement into the shoulder girdle. So the body still, notice, especially if you're seated, make sure that the shoulder is not shrugging up to your head, to your ear, so the neck is not stiffening. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And releasing back, releasing the shoulders, releasing the upper back. So it's a little bit more freedom around the shoulder girdle. I'm going to start getting the upper back a little bit more involved. So I'm going to go back with into the side reach, but this time I'm going to have a lateral flexion. So instead of just reaching the arm down by the side, I'm going to flex to the side to follow the arm. Then coming back to the center, and then reaching with the left, flex into the left. If you're laying down, use the spare hand to support the head. So as you're moving from side to side, the neck is not being overloaded. So I'm just going to reach down one way, pull back to center, reach down the other, pull back to center, reach down the other side. So picturing the spine flexing sideways. So again, if I'm seated up, I'm trying to stare at the same point on the wall in front of me. So making sure that the chin is not dropping to the chest, my head is not coming forward. I'm not suddenly looking down at the floor. I'm still looking straight forward, straight ahead. 4, 3, 2, last time. And releasing back, releasing the shoulders, releasing the upper back, and changing the direction of the movement. I'm going to stay with the same side. It's the same as before. I'm going to raise the right arm up in front. And then this time, instead of just letting the shoulder girdle glide, I'm going to rotate. So as I reach forward, I'm going to rotate forward. And then as I pull back, I'm going to rotate back. So I'm going to reach forward, turn, and then pull back, turn the other way. Reach forward, turn, pull back, turn the other way. If I'm lying down, I'm going to change the angle slightly. So I'm going to reach forward and across so I can get a little rotation. And then I'm going to come back, press the shoulder down, then lift, and then rotate again. Back, press the shoulder down, lift, and rotate. So see if I can try and create a little bit more movement into the thoracic spine, into the upper back. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And release, relaxing the arm, relaxing the shoulder. I'm going to try the same thing with the left side. So raising the left arm up. I'm going to reach the arm forward, rotate, and then come back, press the shoulder back, rotate the other way. So reach forward, rotate, come back, press the shoulder down, rotating the other way. So seated, I've got a little bit more space available. So see if I can try and use it. Coming forward and then pulling back. Coming forward and then pulling back. Is it somebody who's grabbing hold of your arm and trying to pull you forward if you don't want to go? And then somebody grabbing hold of your shoulder and then pulling you back, but you don't want to fall back. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and releasing down, releasing the shoulders, releasing the upper back. It's just a little bit more movement through the thoracic. I'm going to try and mobilize into the hips, into the pelvis and hip joint. So I'm just going to start off with a little hip hitch. So I'm going to try and hitch the right seat bone up, drop it back, hitch that left, right and left. So if I'm seated, imagine to be lifting your seat bone off the chair or making your seat bone a little bit lighter on the chair. I might use the arms to help me give a little support. See if I can try and think of a gentle tension coming from the side of the belly. So the obliques are tensing to try and pull the pelvis up on that side. If I'm laying down, same as usual, the back of the hips are staying on the mat. I'm just hitching up on one side so I can feel the pelvis shifting one way and then I can feel it shifting the other. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last time, and releasing back, releasing the hips, so releasing the back from a little hip hitch. I'm going to go into a little pelvic tilt. So I'm going to tilt the pelvis back, we're rocking onto the back of the seat bones. I'm going to round the lower back, and then I'm going to lift and reverse if I can. So tilting and releasing the tilt. So if you're seated, see if you can be aware of the movement happening just at the bottom of the spine, not at the top. So I'm not rounding into the shoulders and into the upper back. I'm just trying to round down into the lower back, and then I'm going to release. So I'm going to tilt, and then release that tilt, tilt, and release that tilt. If I'm lying down, same as usual, just a little pelvic tilt. See if I can flatten the lower back against the mat, and then return it back into neutral again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And releasing back, releasing the hips and releasing the lower back. This is a little bit more movement down into the lumbar spine. I'm going to try and see if I can focus on the legs this time. So first thing, I want to create movement into the hip joints. I'm going to grab hold of the leg. I'm going to grab hold of the leg or place the band around the back of the leg. And then I'm just going to start circling the leg around. Just a little movement, just a little circle. See if I can try and get some movement going into the hip joint, so lubricating the joint. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to reverse the circle. I'm going to circle the leg the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release it back, relaxing the leg. I'm going to try the same thing with the other side. So using the band around the back of the leg, using the hands. If I don't need anything, I'm just going to relax the arms, and then I'm going to start circling the other leg. So little movement, just picturing the head of the femur, the top of the leg, moving into the hip socket. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reversing the circle by the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And releasing back, relaxing the leg and releasing the hip just a little bit more movement into the hip joint. I'm going to try and see if I can get the main hip mobilizers to switch on. So I'm just going to put the ball or the pillow between the knees first. If I'm seated, I can even put the hands or like a fist into the space between the knees, between the inner thigh. And then from there, I'm going to squeeze and hold. So I'm going to press into the ball as hard as I can. I'm going to hold it for 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm just going to relax. Then again, I'm going to press into the ball, and then I'm going to hold that pressure for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to relax. And again, squeeze and hold. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Squeeze and hold. 1, 2, 3, and relax. 2 more times. Squeeze and hold. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Last time. Squeeze and hold. 1, 2, 3, and release. Releasing the inner thighs, moving it into a round if you need to. I'm going to work on the side of the hip. So I'm just going to switch the ball on the strap or the band. If you've got the strap, so if it's the rigid one, keep it a little bit looser so that it's not catching too hard on the side of the leg. If I've got the stretchy one, with just a mattress that stretches, I'm just going to wrap the band around the legs, around the thighs, around the knees. And then I'm just going to hold it with the arms. So I'm going to hold with the arms to hold the band in place. And then taking a deep breath in as I breathe out. And this time I'm going to push out and hold. So I'm going to push out. I'm going to hold that tension. 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going to relax. Then again, I'm going to push out and hold that tension. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Then again, push out and hold. 3, 2, 1, relax. Push out and hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 3 more. Pushing out and hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 2 left. Push out and hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last time. Push out and hold. 3, 2, 1, and release it back. Relaxing the legs is a little bit more connection to the side of the deeper side of the leg. This time I want the connection to be at the front of the hip. So if I'm seated, I can put just a hand on top of the thigh, or I can again put the pillow between the hand and the leg. If I'm laying down, I want to put the pillow in there. As I don't want to strain the neck or the shoulder to get my hand on the leg. And then what I want to focus on, imagine with the hand to be holding down and with the leg to be pushing up. So I'm going to try and push up with the right leg. I'm going to hold. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Again, I'm going to push up and hold. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Push up and hold. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Push up and hold. 1, 2, 3, and relax. 3 more times. Push up and hold. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Last time. Push up and hold. 1, 2, 3, and release. Relaxing the hip, releasing the leg. I'm going to try the same thing with the other side. So I'm going to put the ball between the hand and the leg, with the hand directly onto the leg. And then same as before, with the hand I'm going to push down, the leg I'm going to try and lift up. Holding that tension. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Again, pushing up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Pushing up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 3 more. Pushing up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 2 left. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last time. Pushing up. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Relaxing the hip, releasing the leg. And then I'm going to left with the back of the leg, the back of the hip. So if I'm seated, I'm going to lean forward ever so slightly and then just focus on one leg, focus on the right leg first. I'm going to push down with the right foot as hard as I can, as if I'm trying to get the foot right through the floor, and then I'm going to hold that pressure. If I'm laying down, exactly the same, I'm going to drive the right foot through the floor. So pressing down, hold the pressure, 3, 2, 1, relax. Again, pressing down, hold the pressure, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Pressing down, hold the pressure, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 2 left. Press down, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last time, quick push, 3, 2, 1, and relaxing the leg. Breathing into the leg, breathing into the back of the leg, into the hip. I'm going to repeat the same thing with the left side. So same, if I'm seated, I'm going to lean forward a little bit, and then I'm going to push down into that left foot as if I was trying to get it right through the floor. And then I'm going to release. Then I'm going to push down, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And again, press it down, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 3 more. Press it down, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 2 more. Push down, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last one. Push it down, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Relaxing the leg, releasing the back of the legs, just a little bit more connection all the way around the hip. I'm going to see if I can start to do a little bit of loading. So, keep your arm and leg on the same side. So, imagine to be puppeting your legs. I'm going to take a deep breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to start raising the right arm up. And then as I do so, I want my right leg to lift the two. Then I'm going to release. Then with the left, I'm going to pull. And then I want the left leg to lift. And easing back, the right arm pulls the right leg. Pulls. The left arm pulls, the left leg pulls. The same as usual. It could be a big lift. It could be a small lift. There might be no lift whatsoever. Just to see if I can picture the leg going up. So think of the foot lifting away from the ground, the front of the hip tensing to create that little lift. Then I'm going to relax, and then I'm going to focus on the other side. So think of the front of the hip tensing, and that left foot pulling off the ground. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and releasing back. Relaxing the hip, releasing the leg. From the front of the hip, I'm going to go to the inside and the outside of the leg. So I'm going to start with the knees nice and close together. I'm going to squeeze them together, feel a little tension into the inside of the leg. And then this time, imagine to be puppeting both legs at the same time. I'm going to open the arms, and then I'm on the knees to pull away from each other. I'm going to close the arms, and then I'm going to squeeze the knees together. So I'm going to open arms and knees, and then I'm going to close arms and knees. If I feel that the leg is a little bit slow, or it's a little bit temperamental, so doesn't want to move, then I'm going to use my hands. So I'm just going to try and push out slightly, open, and then I'm going to press in slightly to encourage the close. And then same as you did for the lifting up. So see if you can think of the inside of the leg tensing to pull the knees together, and then the side of the hip tensing to pull the legs apart. So the inner thigh tensing to pull them together, and then the side of the hip to pull them apart. 4, squeeze it back. 3, squeeze it back. 2, last time. And releasing back. Relaxing the leg, releasing the hip. And then I'm going to left with the back of the leg. So this time I'm going to load. And then I'm going to work with both legs at the same time. So if I'm seated, same as I did before, I'm going to lean forward and then pushing down onto both legs. Imagine lifting your seat bones off the chair. So I'm just going to try and come up slightly as if I was going to stand. And then I'm just going to ease my weight back onto the chair. Then I'm going to come forward, push down through the legs to see if I can create a little lift. And then I'm going to ease my way back. If I'm laying down, I'm going to start to bridging my way up. So as I push down through the feet, I'm going to try and lift the hips off the mat. And then I'm going to drop the hips back down. Then on the next one, see if I can lift the hips and maybe the lower back. And then I'm going to ease my way back. Until eventually, if I can, I might lift all the way onto the back of the shoulder, just making sure that you're not putting weight, pressure into the neck. And then I'm just going to ease back. 5, squeeze into lift. And then control it back down. 4, 3, 2, last one. Big push to see if I can feel the back of the leg driving that lift. And then I'm going to ease back down. Giving the legs a little shake. If I'm sitting down, I can even have the knees into the chest, so getting a little stretch into the lower back and into the back of the hips too. And then once that I feel that the legs have recovered, then I'm just going to try and loosen up into the back. So making sure that the back is not stiffened up, the shoulders and the neck are not tensing. So if I'm lying down, I'm just going to walk the feet and the knees nice and close together. And then raising the arms up in front, I'm going to clasp the hands together. And then I'm going to start rotating. I want the legs to go right, while the arms and the head go to the left. Then I'm going to come back to center. I'm going to send the legs to the left, and then the arms and the head, I'm going to move them to the right. And then coming back. So it's a nice loose rotation, trying to relax the upper and the lower body. If I'm seated up, I'm going to reach both hands or one hand opposite hand, that's the opposite leg. And then I'm going to try and rotate away. So I'm going to pull the leg across, and then I'm going to try and turn to look around and away. Then I'm going to ease back to center, reach across the other way, pull the legs across, and then I'm going to rotate to the other side. Coming back, and then swapping again. Think of a nice lift as you turn. So to try and make the spine as long as possible, and then I'm going to try and turn away. Then come back as long as possible, and then I'm going to turn away. 4, 3, 2, last one, and releasing back. Releasing the shoulders, releasing the back, adjusting the legs. If you're laying down, rolling over onto the side, and in your own time, pushing yourself up into sitting, finding a comfortable seated position. Using the hands at the back to support you, leaning against the wall or sofa chair if you've got something behind you to offer support. See if you can sit up as tall as possible. So same as we did at the beginning. See if we can encourage the space at the front of the belly. Allowing the shoulders to drop down, the neck to soften, to relax. I'm going to take a deep breath in. And then as I breathe out, I'm going to start lengthening the front of the body. So I'm going to push the chest forward. I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to look forward, look up, look behind. Then I'm going to ease my way forward. I'm going to tuck the chin, round the shoulders, the upper back, the lower back if I feel comfortable, dropping down a little bit lower, and then coming back in reverse. Extending through, trying to lift and open the front of the body, the chest, the neck, looking up, looking back, and then I'm going to release and then come forward. Tucking the chin in, lengthening the back of the neck, nice stretch down the back of the shoulders, into the back of the rib cage, into the lower back, and then I'm curling back. Last time. Extending up, so you can create as much lift as possible this time. So really try to pull the breastbone away from the belly. Try to open the front of the chest nice and wide. Looking forward, looking up, lengthening to the front of the throat. And then I'm just going to release back to the front. One hand to the belly. One hand to the back. Take your bow. Give yourself a clap of hands. Any question or anything as usual, please say. Remember, you need to unmute yourself.